What's up, fellow movers? The Kip-up is a pretty cool move, and if you know me from Instagram, you know that I'm pretty much in love with this move. Not only is the Kip-up super nice for creating cool combos, and it's a pretty cool move by itself, it's also one of the most underrated acrobatic skills. The reason for this is that it's one of the easiest way of isolating a very basic acrobatic move or a skill. And what I'm referring to here is the kip you create when throwing your legs up and straightening your hips. So for this reason, it also have a great deal of carryover to a lot of other acrobatic skills, such as different variation of the front handspring and also moves such as the bar kip. It can also be a very useful skill if you just happen to be flight kicked in the chest and want to get quickly up again. So in this tutorial I will build up this move from scratch and also teach you how you can develop it further into more advanced variations such as the high Kip-up or the suicide Kip-up. So follow along. To learn this move, you need absolutely no prerequisites. For me, it would be one of the first acrobatic skills I introduce to students. Now, the Kip-up has a few stages. The first is entering the Kip-up position, and from there you want to throw your legs up in the air, straightening your hips to create momentum. You push your hands into the ground in order to add to that momentum. You bend off your legs towards the ground and throw your hands forward in order to create rotation so that you can land on your legs again. Let's start by entering the Kip-up position. You can have your knees bent. They should not be bent too much. And from here, the first thing you want to do is just basically throw your legs into the ground and straighten your hip. When you feel comfortable doing this, you can move on to the next stage. In this stage, you start in the same position, but now you also want to push with your hands into a bridge-like position. Now, most of us aren't flexible enough to do a proper bridge, so we just try to get our upper back up from the floor. From here, it's all about creating rotation so that you can get your center of gravity on the other side of your feet so that you don't fall back on your back. From this bridge-like position, it's not a proper bridge, we just want to be away from the ground. You can try and just get used to throwing your hands starting with one hand, just like this. So now you can try and add this to the Kip-up. So we enter the Kip-up position, we kip with our legs and our hips, and we push our hands in the ground and throw them forwards once our feet land on the ground. And there we have it. That's the Kip-up. Now, obviously, you can't expect to learn this within a day. It might take everything from a day to a few months, depending on where you are starting, what kind of background you have, and how strong you are. It also helps a great deal to have a decent thoracic mobility and shoulder mobility, but it's not necessary. But I would recommend you to start focusing on this, especially if you want to achieve the high Kip-up at some point. I have an upper mobility tutorial that you can check out, and I also have a follow-along workout for this that you can check out if you're not used to working on your upper body mobility. And I will add the links for these in my description. It may also take some time to coordinate all of these different moves and put them together. In the beginning, both the kip and all of the other things that you are doing might be a little slow. And once you get more comfortable, you can try and get some more force into it and try to do it more quickly in order to create more momentum, get higher up and get a better kip-up. So the high kip-up is very similar. There's only a few differences that will make it look so much cooler. And these differences are that you this time want to focus on getting your legs higher up. So you want to keep your legs, straighten your hips and get your legs almost straight up before bending off. And now we're bending off to more or less a proper bridge position. So as a first stage for this move, you might want to actually kip into a bridge. And if you add some more force into this and you push harder away from the ground and you focus on keeping your hips straight as your legs hit the ground, you will eventually be able to create enough momentum to perform this high kip-up. Another variation that's slightly more scary is the suicide kip-up. So for the suicide kip-up, you're basically throwing yourselves back from standing into the kip-up and up again. When practicing this move, I would really recommend starting out with a properly soft surface, such as a crash pad or a mattress. Because in the beginning, most of your tries is going to be landing flat on your back, basically. Take some time to get used to this and to dare to try it properly. As a first step, I would recommend trying to get used to sort of like a macaco entry into a forward roll. So you're basically starting like this and just to get the hang of how you're throwing yourself backwards. And from here you can try to actually enter the kip-up from this sort of macaco entry. And once you get comfortable with it, you just basically need to go for it. One thing though, it's very important for this move that you keep your chin to your chest. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what other moves you'd like a tutorial on.